Hello everyone, this is the Keeping It Real in Real Estate show and I'm your host, Kathy Blakey. I'm a realtor with Century 21, a marketer, entrepreneur, and nature enthusiast. In this podcast series, I'm going to take you on a journey as we explore topics in real estate, including the market, mortgages, common inspection issues, sustainable future, and more. Are you a homeowner? Future homeowner? Do you like saving money? Enjoy healthy living? Then this podcast series may be for you. Stay tuned as we go deep into these topics. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. Welcome to the very first episode of Keeping It Real in Real Estate with Kathy Blakey. I'm really excited to share with you some great content, and I'm going to be bringing on subject matter experts from time to time to go deeper into the topics. But for this episode, I'm just going to be giving you a sampling of what you're going to be expecting in future episodes. I'm also going to spend some time sharing some stories and some detours that I've had on my journey to becoming the real estate professional that I am today. I'm passionate about making sure that everyone has information for informed decisions. And one of the ways that you can do that is to tune into my podcast. For Mortgage Matters, we're going to be joined by mortgage loan officers from several different mortgage companies sharing with us some key topics in mortgages. They're going to share with us about credit scores, some facts and myths. How does your score impact your mortgage, and how can you protect your score? How to go about getting the best deal, the best interest rate, and the best product for you. You'll learn how to cut years off of your mortgage loan. We'll also be joined by some specialists. They'll tell us about VA financing, state bond programs, the Community Reinvestment Act, and you can learn about renovation loans. For those of you thinking about buying a home, we'll be covering some really important tips that you won't want to miss. We'll look at how to find the right home for you. We'll look at common and not so common home inspection issues, bringing in experts to give their opinion on those issues. We'll also look at home warranties, special topics such as moving with pets and children. And for those of you who may be relocating from another area, you'll learn how to find the best location for you. And that's going to be including tips on where to locate crime maps, school information, and other great community information. You might be thinking of selling your home. If so, we'll have some great topics for you too. How to prepare for photos, to stage or not stage, pricing strategies, and what improvements should be done to get your home ready to sell. Whether buying a home now or in the future, you might be interested in green living tips. We'll explore buying or improving your home to be more energy efficient. We'll look at testing and remedies for healthy homes and good indoor air quality. We'll explore steps towards being more environmentally friendly and alternative energy sources. Stay tuned for these tips and more about sustainable living in upcoming episodes of Keeping It Real in Real Estate. So, more about me and my background. Let's go way back. Just out of college, I joined a small mortgage company. I processed mortgages back before iPhones, internet, and all the other tools that we use in our real estate business today. It was a job that I really enjoyed. It was rewarding. I was helping people get into a new home. It was just a great introductory job into the real estate industry. But I was young and I had just earned my bachelor's degree in finance, and at that time I thought that climbing the corporate ladder was the direction for me. So I joined a major financial institution and spent some time in corporate America, and that started the next chapter of my life. So back in 2003, the youngest of my two children was sick, often sick, and we really couldn't figure out what was going on with her. I also felt that my life-work balance was off. So at that time, I made a career choice to leave my vice president role at a major bank for something that offered more flexibility. And that's when I got my real estate license and started my career as a real estate agent. After a few years, my career took yet another turn. I had some life events that required I seek stability. So I went back into banking. I'd just become a single mother of two, and the real estate market was slowing. At least for me it was. It's really funny looking back now how my flight to stability landed me at the center of the financial crisis, working for one of the largest banks in our country. During that time, I refined my financial management and leadership skills, and then worked my way back to a vice president role, responsible for marketing, analysis, and budgeting. Although I can't complain about the position I held or the great people I had an opportunity to work with, I always knew I wanted to be back in real estate. And so that's where I am. Getting back into the real estate business was yet another story. I knew it's where I wanted to be, so I started to rebuild my real estate connections. I was getting up to date on today's real estate technology, and I was ready to launch, excited and ready to go. But then we got news that my husband was diagnosed stage 3 with a rare and aggressive form of cancer. Not knowing his fate or ability to be a major contributor to our household, we were faced with a very difficult choice: make the change or continue with my stable bank job. After prayerful consideration, we made a true leap of faith, and I went back to a full-time real estate career. It's kind of interesting that the career change ended up being a true blessing. I now had flexibility, so when my husband had several rounds of surgeries and chemotherapy and was healing, I was able to have flexibility. And so with the support of my Century 21 office, my family, and my friends, this career choice was successful. The leap of faith was successful, and we are now several years past that. My husband has beat the cancer against the odds and continues to support my real estate career. So why am I doing this podcast series? I think the main reason is because I know I have a lot of great information to share, and I also know that I have more to learn. So I feel like it's going to be a combination of me sharing what I know, breaking it down into absorbable content, and then inviting guest speakers onto the podcast where I'm going to have an opportunity to learn even more as we go deeper and deeper into the topics that I've already outlined, such as buying a home, selling a home, and some green living tips. So what inspired me to become a NAR Green designee? I'd have to say my daughters have had a lot to do with it. They've encouraged me. They've introduced me to green concepts. And I want to do my best to protect their future. Also say my faith has a lot to do with it. My belief that our earth is God's creation and we are stewards of the earth and it's our responsibility. As I wrap up on this very first episode of Keeping It Real in Real Estate, I want to leave with some encouraging words. I have been blessed, truly blessed, with a loving family, a great church family, prospering real estate business. And I know sometimes it's easy for us to take our lives and our well-being for granted. And if I could leave this episode with a few encouraging words, it's this. I hope that you will live each day to the fullest, do what matters, Stop and smell the flowers, and if you're able, go for a hike every chance you get. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Keeping It Real in Real Estate with Kathy Blakey as your host. Visit www.keepingitrealinrealestateinfo.com. And if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, if you or someone you know would like to become a guest speaker on this podcast series, please contact me on my website. You can also find me by searching the key terms Kathy Blakey Realtor. And you should be able to find me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you. As a disclaimer, this show is not intended to be a replacement for professional advice. For specific issues related to your real estate transaction, please consult with your qualified realtor, mortgage broker, home inspector, or real estate attorney. Thank you.